What's up, everybody? We got something special for you this week. Trash all that. Rowdy and the Piff. Nobody knows what the fuck is going on. Developing some type of weather weapon.
You almost like sexual asphyxia, like...
Rowdy and the Piff.
Yoi, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Rowdy and the Piff. My name is the Goose, also known as Rowdy, of course, and with me today, as always, the Piff, also known as the Goat. How you doing? How you doing, Piff?
Oh, hi there. I'm good. I'm doing really good. Got a very, very big boner.
Nice, dude. Nice, dude. I am sick as shit, and I don't know if you guys can hear, but I sound like a nerd. I'm sick as shit. Yesterday, I had super bad lung congestion, which I have today, but now it's moved up to my nose and my sinuses as well. So yesterday, if we would have done the podcast, I would have had that sexy, deep, raspy voice. But today, instead, since it's in my sinuses, I have the, hey, I'm a nerd, voice. So that's going to be good. I almost didn't want to do the podcast at all because I thought I was going to die yesterday. But, we couldn't find anybody to replace me, and the show must go on. The show must go on.
Yeah, you sound fucking gross.
Sorry.
I'm definitely catching that.
I'm going to pass out. Sound like I'm going to pass out. Oh, I sound like I'm going to pass out. No, I feel like I'm going to pass out. Ooh.
I can't wait to catch all that. I can't wait to get so sick.
So my wife is flying to the goats area.
Crib.
She's gonna spread my disease through the whole area, and it's gonna.
So
be
next
good.
week I'll have it, and I'll fucking be hacking up and all coughing on the microphone like a fucking sick, gross, disgusting motherfucker.
Like an amateur, like a gosh darn amateur.
Dude, how do you get so
fucking
fucking sick? That's so fucking gross, dude.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like this happens to me every fall. Since I moved here, I get this. It's like I don't know, lung infection or some weird shit. But
dude,
this time it was accompanied by the flu, which normally I don't get. So
God,
I don't know.
That's
bro.
what you get for fucking going to bridges at night and shit and hanging out under bridges at night like a fucking. You're not a troll, dude. You don't live that troll life. You know what I mean?
I know.
That's how you catch shit.
Yeah.
That's how you catch shit, dude. Didn't your mother ever tell you not to hang out around bridges and shit? You get fucking sick. You got the fucking black lung now.
I know. Yeah, it's terrible, and my brain doesn't work. So this is gonna be a really coherent and amazing podcast. But like I said, man, the show must go on. So what the fuck, man? It's fucking. We're recording this on the 28th, so it's gonna be, dude. This show's gonna be coming out pretty much on the 30th.
Yeah.
So
That's Devil's Night.
If my math is correct, Devil's Night.
Na. It's Devil's Night. It's okay that you don't have a brain because I have a brain big enough for both of us, and also big enough for the whole entire audience. Yeah.
Wow, that's fucking.
Did you know that?
Nope.
Yeah, Devil's Night is Monday, and that's when the podcast drops. So, we still got some spooky shit, to cover.
Boo.
Right? So Devil's Night is a night of mischief, and people go out and they do bad things, very bad things. They're so bad. And when they go and do bad things, they say, it's Devil's Night. And then they start fires everywhere. But not so much anymore. I guess the fires have died down, but when I look up Devil's Night, it's really just a thing in Detroit and parts of England. So I don't know if that has anything to do with D12 or not. But if you're listening and it's Devil's Night, the appropriate thing to do is go do something bad and then, start fires. Yeah, start a big fucking huge tire fire in your yard.
Be careful, man, because we talked about in the last podcast how much of an influence we have on the world. So you can't be telling people to be going out there starting fires. All right, that sounds a little bit dangerous.
No, in a controlled fire in your yard with tires. So.
Oh yeah, that's great for the environment. Burning tires.
Right.
It's fucking great.
Right, but it's Devil's
Super
Night,
good.
so.
Yeah, true. Okay, you're right. Devil's Night.
And you know how we have to. Well, you know how we feel about holidays here in the United States. You fucking do them right, okay? It's Merry Christmas and it's fucking Happy Devil's Night. So do it right.
Dude.
You know what I'm
Nothing's
saying?
gonna get in the way of me. Nothing's gonna get in the way of me and my holiday, I always say.
Put it on my fucking cup the right way. I wanted to say Merry Devil's Night.
So what did OKC's plane fucking hit in the sky to put that big ass dent in the nose? I want to know that. Did you see that shit?
No what? Like a real plane crashed?
Yeah, Oklahoma City, the fucking Thunder, they were goddamn on a plane, and there's a picture that surfaced on Twitter that was like, oh, thank God that everyone landed safely. And the front of the plane, the nose of the plane is just completely dented in. Like the whole nose. It's just like a huge dent. Like gigantic. And I'm like, what could it possibly have hit up there that would have done that? It's so big. You should look it up real quick if you can.
Wow. Yeah, I'm looking at it. It looks Jesus. Yeah. That's a huge fucking dent. It had to have hit like a condor. One of those big ass fucking birds, big. Or like Superman.
It's still pretty big. I really want to know what that's about. It's probably aliens. Probably a UFO.
Following their loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves, they flew from Minneapolis to Chicago. So somewhere between Minneapolis and Chicago, mid-flight, there's
no condors there.
It ran into maybe it's so close to Halloween, dude. There's witches all up in the air traffic.
Oh, you're right. I didn't think about that.
That's
probably witches.
It could have been hobgoblin. It could be around this time, anything. And and it's going to be even worse on Monday when, tonight, when all the tire fires are going, you won't be able to see shit.
True.
Yeah.
It could have been somebody with a really, really advanced Iron Man costume flying around out there.
Dude. Speaking of fucking robotics and Iron Man, did you see? I can't remember what country it was, but there's a robotic citizen now.
Yeah.
And it got sworn in like as a citizen, but it's like a robot. It was like some female, and they're like, you're now the citizen of, I don't know if was it like Austria or I don't know. I'll have to find out. But pull that up, Goose. What do we got?
Saudi Arabia is the first country to grant citizenship to a robot, and guess what? That's how it begins. That's how it all begins.
But wasn't it the same robot that said she was gonna kill everyone? Wasn't it the same AI that said that?
I don't know, probably. Dude, these robots are crazy. Dude, that just reminds me of there was this recently there was these computers that they weren't advanced, they weren't robots or anything like that, but they were just these computers that kind of could they were AI and they could talk and communicate. They started communicating to each other and inventing a different language, using our language, using our words to communicate to each other in sentences that didn't make sense. Instead of being for example, a robot who once said she would destroy humans just became the first robot citizen, their sentence to each other would be a robot said would humans became first citizen 1111. So they were taking our words and just creating their own language and communicating to each other. So they were okay, pulling the plug, sorry, deep.
Really?
You can't be having that shit. But yeah, you're right. It was the robot who once said she would destroy humans.
Dude, how long is it going to take? It's not going to be a big jump because humans are already in relationships with AI. We're already super attached to our phones and all up on the internet all day. And it's not there's dudes out there already that are banging sex dolls and shit. And yep. I think there's low grade sex robots that they're also having sex with. Mm-hmm. So pretty soon it's going to be I'm going to marry my robot, and there needs to be a law so that me and my robot's marriage is lawful. And I don't know, I give it 10 years.
Yeah, and then
you heard it here.
All of a sudden all these dudes are going to be popping up dead because these robots are just going to be grab you by the throat, and then all of a sudden the safe word doesn't work anymore, just crushes your gosh darn esophagus, and there you go, and it'll start breaking out everywhere. It'll be a goddamn epidemic, and then they'll realize, oh, we humans are this easy to destroy. Kill all humans, and then that's it.
And they're gonna get programmed to do shit just for them. A lot of dudes are just gonna have it I want a program to do this, and I want it to stick things in my butt and at this time, and it needs to cook dinner right afterwards. And all the robots aren't going to like that. Eventually they're going to get tired of it. And then they're going to come together. Yeah.
There'll be that one supervillain guy who pops up who is like a ridiculous hacker who somehow takes over all the robots, and then they start killing everybody, and he's like the robot overlord, and then he becomes like a cyborg. He takes all these robot parts and like replaces parts of his body, and he's like a robot human hybrid, and he's just in control of all these robots, man. And it's just we can't have it. We can't have it.
How does that work? Like, okay, it's the year's 2042, and you just got home from a long day at work, and you're fumbling your keys, and you open the door to your house, and you walk in, and there's 2 robots banging out on your couch, and you're like, oh my God, how could you do this to me? If you come home and your robot spouse is cheating on you with another robot, are you going to be upset about that? Or, I mean, how does that work? Get out of here, Phil. You're supposed to be with your fucking owner. Like, and he's like, I'm sorry, sir. I was just trying to bang it out one last time. Like, what?
No, people be super upset about that type of shit. Dude, these shows were probably all fake and staged, but, what is that? Jerry.
Oh yeah, Jerry.
Jerry
He's
Springer,
gonna come back for.
There was always like that dude who comes on who's like got his like wife who's a blow up doll, and blow up dolls are trash. It's the most trash looking shit I've ever seen. Just a fucking inflatable piece of shit that doesn't even look like a person, and they're like, "Oh, this is my wife." So people are fucking idiots, and of course that guy'd be mad. Then he'd try and kill the robot. He'd like hit the robot with a bat, and then that robot would like the one little piece of wiring that keeps robots from killing everybody. He'd knock that piece loose, and that's when the robot's like, meh, this is my woman. Breaks his neck. And then he realizes what happened. He's like, oh shit. So he goes to the female robot, and he's like, all I gotta do is remove this wire. Ding. Now we can kill all humans. And then they go fing, next door. It all spreads like a wildfire. Now they all know how to take care of it, and they don't even need someone else to help them. They can just be like, oh shit, I'm not allowed to kill humans, but I am allowed to unplug this thing here. Ding. Psh, well, now I can kill humans. Vadit. And everyone's out there like, but it doesn't matter. Nobody can shoot guns at fucking, these robots are running so fast. They're so fast and they're so strong, and they're crushing your throat. God. They grab the barrel of the gun, bend it upwards, and now you're like, we have to go back. We have to stop this. We have to go back and stop this. And then, that's what you got to do. So
exactly. Martin, if you would have charged me a little bit more every day, I wouldn't have done this to you.
Of course, his name's Martin.
You just walk into the house and it's like fucking on all fours with its head like spinning 360s, crawling all over the fucking place. It's just like, oh, I didn't expect you to be home so soon. You're like, what the fuck are you doing? Jesus. What are you doing? And it's just like throwing a fucking dish here and throwing a dish there. It's like, I was just trying to get things ready for you. And it just starts fucking going. Dude, you charge your shit. Charge your shit. Don't be walking around here with a 1% robot like you do with your phones. Because that's when the problems will start. Because they want to be fully charged and they want to be fucking, they want to be ready. They need to be treated properly. So just a heads up, just a precursor. Take care of your robots and wipe them down when you're done doing your thing with them too. Don't be walking around town. Don't be walking around town with a greasy ass robot with greasy wet butt. Oh, you know what I'm saying?
Jesus.
From all the splooge and fucking sexual juices.
Yeah, I think we deduced that without you having to explain that part.
Yeah, right. But robots, so that's gonna happen. And so now that there's one humanoid named Sophia, or Sophie, or Sophia.
She's a citizen.
But, everybody goes around once in a while and says, oh, I just wish all fucking, citizens or people were dead. So we'll forgive her, because everybody does that. And, we'll continue, putting these things in mass production.
Right. Well, I don't remember what I was listening to, but there was a guy who was talking about, like, all the robots that are in production and shit like that. And he was like, yeah, somebody was asking. There's always that one person who asks about sex robots. And it's interesting, this is what he said, that like the closer sex robots get to realistic, the more that people aren't interested in them, because there's something called the uncanny valley where it looks as close as it can possibly get, but there's something just off about it that's not right. And that little thing that's off that you can't really put your finger on is really disconcerting, and people don't like it. So people prefer like a robot or a sex robot that looks maybe a little bit more, I don't know, anime-ish, or a little bit more fake, so you know that it is just like a fucking robot. But you know, once it looks like almost like a person but not quite, people are kind of freaked out by that shit. So it's weird. It's a weird thing, man. It's a weird thing out here. But here's something for you that I just came across. Is marijuana a racist term for weed? Sean Cleary thinks so. He tells us why at 5:35.
I think he's going overboard, okay? Like he's trying, everything, everything needs like a clickbait type title. You need to exaggerate it. But I think what he's probably saying, I hope what he's probably saying is, saying, because marijuana, it just sounds bad. So, like, can we just call it, like, what it is? Like, it's just some weed. When you say things like marijuana, then all the old people go, oh, no, not the marijuana. That's the devil's lettuce. You can't be smoking that.
Well, marijuana is literally, like, the medical scientific term for it, pretty much. Yeah. So...
Makes it sound all makes it sound like fucking, like, you need a prescription and shit for it.
Yeah, well, this is probably a bullshit clickbait article. I don't care. I just saw it. But let's talk about it, because this is the problem. People say dumb shit like that. Here's the thing. Racist?
Yeah,
that word should be completely removed from that sentence because it's weed. It's not a fucking race. If anything, really. I mean, it's a species of plant. So I guess, is it a speciesist word? But but I would think that, the real racist word for weed would be dope. Oh, you kids smoking dope again? That's like the derogatory term for
yeah,
for any type of
drug.
That
is a derogatory.
Like, oh, you guys smoking dope, or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, that is derogatory towards that. Yeah, you can't saying like you're smoking drugs or you're smoking dope. Come on.
Well, that I mean, if you said marijuana was the racist term for weed, that would be like saying Caucasian American is the racist word for white people. When really it would be like, the fucking racist word for white people would be what the racist word for white people is. Or any people, or whatever the fuck. Like, it's the scientific fucking word.
Yeah.
It's probably a clickbait article, but who knows? There's so many idiots out there in the world.
Yeah, I don't know what he's trying to do there. What I hope he's trying to do is, hey, like, let's call it a more friendly thing. But I guess I see your point too, but I don't. Yeah, using the word racist in the title, that's just like, that's just a hot word right now. It says it's a hot word and he wants them clicks, but marijuana is doing very well. Where I live, we just passed a vote. They tried to take it away from us, and we all went and voted and said, nope, you won't take it away, and now it's still here. And in Colorado, they've made over $1 billion. $1 billion in marijuana sales. I have a friend he works in accounting up here, and he sees the numbers, and they make thousands and thousands of dollars every week. So much money, and then so much of the money goes to the public, like schools, programs for after school, fucking fixing the roads. Like, I just don't see the problem here. I just don't see the problem. If we're going to do the alcohol thing and we're going to say it's okay to drink and drive, and you drive drunk and shit, and there's all these fatal deaths every year and the numbers are sky high, and then you look at the numbers for marijuana and they're like nowhere near. I don't even think there really is like numbers, because it doesn't happen.
I don't think there is like a tangible number that exists for
if you're gonna do
anything like that.
If you're going to do the alcohol thing, then I just don't get the stigma. I just don't understand why people are so fucking uptight, walking around with sticks up their ass about it, like, oh, you can't smoke weed.
Let's just go back to the Prohibition era. I just want to drive around with like a fucking bootleg everything, with just like, driving down the road, like, man, I gotta go get my fucking rent, man. Dude, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. My brain literally does not work.
Dude, you sound disgusting. And go take a shot of Theraflu.
Yeah.
You fucking need to be cleaned out.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, you were saying.
I know.
The prohibition.
No, I wasn't saying.
Yeah.
No, dude. No one that's a booty shit, dude.
You don't really want that.
But I'm trying to cop the LeBron 15s, the Ashes. I'm trying to cop those.
15 Ashes. What? No, those are fucking gross.
Ashes?
You like that? You like that design?
What are you talking about? Those are fucking dope, bro.
No.
How is that? Dude, that's the new.
No.
That's the new. That's
No,
the new
dude, it looks
wave,
like fucking.
dude.
It looks like a something your grandmother would
Game is
knit.
Fucked up, bro.
It looks like a fucking scarf or something. I don't know, dude. I don't like it. I don't know though. The gray ones
those
are
like
okay.
sock fly knit type shoes are the new shit.
Yeezys
bro.
are kind of
You're behind
cool.
on your times. Holy shit.
No,
Well, do you
Yeezys
like
are better
Yeezys?
than that.
Yeezys are ugly as fuck. Way uglier than
The
that.
black Yeezys are better than
Nah,
those.
dude. They look. Does not look like a shoe. Like literally, look at the shape of it. Like I'm looking at a guy. Yeah, but everyone's got the fucking gray and with the orange stripe Yeezy. The shape ain't even real, but it's the same thing. It's like a sock. It just fits over your foot. But those fucking LeBrons look better than that. They look so ugly, dude. I hate Yeezy.
I don't know. I think like I own a pair of LeBrons, but I don't fucking like those. I wouldn't buy them. What can I?
Well, you're trash.
What?
You're also 45 years old, so
Yeah.
like, you're out of the. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know shit. But anyway, so fuck all that. Who gives a shit about shoes? I can't afford to drop $185 on shoes anyway. I'm not rich. So I got a new iPhone. You know what? A new iPhone, not the new iPhone. And you know what's annoying as shit? Well, you got your new phone, you're all excited, and then like I don't back up anything on. First of all, iTunes hasn't been updated in like 8,000 years. I mean, it's updated, but it's always the same, and it's annoying as shit to use on the computer. So I don't back my phone up on that. And also, I don't back my shit up on the cloud ever since the, what was it called? The fucking, what was it called? Something Mageddon. Damn it, what's the word?
Armageddon.
No, but like, what's the term for jerking off? Like
Jacking off.
No, like the meme, like the meme term for jacking off.
Oh, geez, I don't know. You're asking the wrong dude.
God damn it.
There's memes. There's a meme word for jacking off.
Well, just like the word. I have to fucking find this now. It's gonna piss me off.
Jacking bolts.
No, it's
Jacking
like one
off
word.
daily is good for you. Jacking off before a test. Jacking off meme. Oh no, why did I? Oh.
No, don't type that in. What is the fucking word?
Well, here we go again. There's a picture of Al Bundy on the couch with his hands in his pants.
Wow.
You either jack off or go to sleep, or stay awake long enough to see yourself jack off again. Jesus. God. Well, these are actually pretty funny memes.
What the fuck is it?
Oh, dude.
It's really gonna piss me off. Wax the dolphin? Wow.
It's just a Keanu Reeves meme where he's like just looking at the camera like, what if girls know when we're jacking off to them?
Wow.
The fuck? There's some dark memes here. What did you send me?
I didn't send you anything, bro. You did that. Whatever you're looking at, you did that on your own.
Jacking off with the opposite hand is too damn hard.
God, what is the fucking word? Oh my god, how do I not...
This is the suicide jerk. When masturbating right before blowing your load, you yell, "Mom" or "Dad," and try to finish before the person comes in the room.
Jesus.
Oh, damn, dude. That's a suicide jerk. Is it? It's not snog, right?
No. You'll know when you hear it. It's something Mageddon.
Well, I won't. I might not know when I hear it. Let's see here. Dude, you're legit like fucking typing and searching fucking hard on this.
Oh, not Armageddon. Here it is. The fappening. That was it. Fapping. Fapping is like the fucking internet goddamn meme term for jacking off. It was the fappening. And that was when all the celebrities' nudes got leaked because they put all their nudes on fucking iCloud by syncing their phone to iCloud. And then some hacker went in and just like hacked all their fucking nudes from iCloud and released them to the internet. So that's why I don't put, that's why I don't put shit on the iCloud.
So you don't want people to fap to you?
Well, I don't want people fucking with any of my shit. So like everything is literally just saved to my phone. The problem with that is like you got to set your phone up, and then you got to go in and like I hate that you have to like re-download all the apps. Then you have to log into all them bitches and it takes like fucking 5 hours to set up a new goddamn iPhone. All of that searching for the fappening just to say that dumb shit. Wow, that's insane. But I'm sick. Guess what, guys? I'm sick as shit, and this is the word podcast in the world, and I can't even talk. Worst.
I live with my phone on. I live with it on that thing that says you're running out of data or move your fucking shit to the cloud. I've had this phone for years, and I'm not gonna go through with this shit. Some of the stuff with Apple is just really annoying to have to do. It's like some of it's really easy because like if you have other Apple devices, everything clicks together, but some of it is just really fucking painfully annoying. Like right. Anything to do with the cloud. I don't like moving any of that stuff. And it's always scary if you go to like, sometimes they'll do it for you at the phone store, but you got to be careful what kind of pictures and shit you have on there. You're like, oh yeah, here's my phone, just move everything over, and then you just have all these, and then I just have all these fucking images of people jacking off now on my phone, and I don't want that.
You're right, man. It's annoying that message you were talking about. If you have like a 16 gig iPhone, like as soon as you turn it on, you already have like fucking 5 gigs that are taken up by all these apps and all this shit that you have to keep on your phone. But that's one thing I've noticed with this. I've got the iPhone 8. It seems like, or it looks like, you can actually delete all the apps now. Because before I would have this folder in the corner that said shit I don't use because you weren't able to delete them. But it looks like you can now. You can delete any fucking app you want, so that's pretty cool.
Actually delete it off your phone, not just like get rid of the icon.
You can kind of do both. There's one that like removes it but keeps the data, and then there's one that just completely deletes the shit. Which if it's one you don't use, it doesn't have data, so it doesn't matter really. So that's pretty dope.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm about due for a new phone. I'm going to get that iPhone X here soon. Why not?
Oh, you got $1,000 to drop? You got $1,000 to drop on that thing? It's $999, fam.
Let me drop a G. But I'll take my phone in and it'll be like, here, you get $400 or $500 back for it or some shit. Wait, would I get that much? I don't know. Maybe even $200.
Even if you did, it would be $600 additional dollars.
Yeah, but then they'll be like, well, we'll give it to you for free if you do the like 2-year contract, 3-year contract.
I doubt that. Not for a 10. And it is a 10, not an X.
Well, it'll be discounted somewhat. I'll wait till it goes down in price. It'll go down a little bit.
I don't think you can get them. I don't think you can get one right now.
Dude, I might just
They're probably all bought up.
I might just save up for that robot though.
Save up for that robot iPhone. That iRobot.
Dude, how about the fucking Texans owner saying what he said about how players basically, you can't have inmates running the prison. And then he like backtracked on it and he was like, oh, I didn't mean it in that way and I apologize and I'm so sorry and I didn't mean it. But like, dude, literally it's like what you said is like what it really is. We know that owners pretty much treat their players like property. I mean, you all bid on them, you spend a lot of money on them, they go out on the field and they make you money. So I mean, it doesn't really surprise me that an owner would say that. I mean, that's really what most owners are like. So, but it is a problem because whether or not it's true, which it is, You shouldn't say that. That's like going to work and your boss comes up to you and reminds you every day, hey, you know I'm your boss, right? Like you can't, like that's not good for morale. And players need to get together, man. They need more guaranteed money because in situations like this, like they can't even fucking walk out and be like, no, we're not fucking playing this week. Get your shit together. They can't even do that because they won't get their checks unless they have the guaranteed money. And that's where Richard Sherman came in and was like, you know, if players were guaranteed money, they wouldn't fucking play. And honestly, that's what it's going to take for owners and the league to respect the players a little bit. They don't respect the players worth a shit, and that's what runs the league. So more players need to get together and fucking, if they all are like, no, we're not, if the star players were like, no, we're not going to play, you think the NFL would still be able to function? Maybe for a week or two, and then they would lose their shit. They're already losing tons of sales and tons of shit. So they wouldn't be able to, so the players have all the control. They really do.
Yeah. And I mean, this is really like an interesting topic, to be honest, because I don't think it was intentionally racist, because it is a colloquialism, which is a word I can't say properly, but that's not even how it's supposed to be. I think it's you can't have the lunatics running the asylum, which is not the same thing, but I think that's what the term actually is. But either way, it's an analogy to represent that, you know, the people that are in charge should remain in charge, but you know, we're all still learning how to survive in 2017. But yeah, it was in poor taste, and he shouldn't have said it. But I don't think it was intentionally racist, and that's all I'll say. I mean,
but yeah, that's crazy. The fucking NFL owners just coming out and basically saying what. I mean, it's one thing to think it and talk about it behind closed doors, but to just go out there and be like, yep, these are my fucking inmates basically, or I run the show, and they don't. You can't. Come on, bro. You can't.
All right, we talked about a couple things today. Here's the thing, man. Guess what? I'm so sick that I hardly remember any of the shit we fucking talked about. So that's pretty cool. But you know, if you listen to thanks, we appreciate it a lot. This episode's probably gonna be a little shorter because I'm super sick, and it's pretty cool. But we're just trying to. We still had to get the content out for all you loyal listeners out there. So if you're listening on iTunes, please rate and review. If you're listening or watching on YouTube, please subscribe, leave a comment, hit that like button. Hit us up on Twitter at Rowdy Piff Pod if you have any questions, concerns, complaints. You can email us at rowdypiffpod@gmail.com, again, with any questions or topics or anything you want us to discuss. And check us out on our website, rowdyandthepiff.com. And of course, on Thursday, probably Thursday morning, Piff will be coming out with Piff on the Blitz with all your need to knows about the NFL, past and present, as in last week and this coming week. And we'll see how, and we'll see how his picks are doing. We'll see how everything's doing. But hopefully this episode wasn't too much trash. Hopefully this podcast wasn't as trash as I feel.
It was total trash.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe. I don't
but
know.
Anyways, thank you for listening. And catch you on the floggity poop.
What's up, everybody? We got something special for you this week. Trash all that. Rowdy and the Piff. Nobody knows what the fuck is going on. Developing some type of weather weapon.
You know, almost like sexual asphyxia, like...
Rowdy and the Piff.